old bearing, like I said before, is the new bearing. The cage came apart, and in a case like that, it's defective. I put too many miles on this truck to try and jury rig it. If I was stranded somewhere and I had no other choice, I would go ahead and make those work till I got to civilization. Since I'm already in a place where I can buy parts, I bought a new bearing. So this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is pack the bearing into the openings till you have it forced all the way through. So you want the bearing to be lubricated so that it'll do its job as a surface to provide. And you do the other side. So you just put the grease inside there. What you're trying to do is feed it through so that it will come out the rollers right there. So you just keep putting it in there. Now they have machines that do this. You can buy a hand one, but I like doing it by hand. If you're a motorhead like me, you know it's all part of the territory. But you know, don't be afraid with the grease. Put it in there, because that's what's going to make this baby purr. She needs it to operate. It's a little bit messy, it's okay. Erase. And that in here is the inner workings of the hub. That has to have grease packed back in there so that there's a source for the bearings to have for lubrication. And the grease, when it gets hot, will break down a little bit, but not a lot. So okay. Just going to show you briefly. I have my tube of grease here, and try and operate this camera here with everything on. So I'm going to stick the grease in here like so, and I'm going to make a all the way around. And once I do that, the hub's packed with grease. You have to watch cross-contamination. It's very important when you're working with automotive, truck, motorcycle. I don't care what it is mechanically. Any mechanical part that moves, twirls, spins. Can't say it enough, emphasize it enough. Keep the dirt and the dust out. Especially the dirt. The dirt's the part that grinds away the metal. Any kind of crap. So we want to make sure our tools are clean whenever we get a chance, especially after we've cleaned all our parts up to be reassembled on the vehicle. Now I snugged this down. I'm going to turn the rotor a little bit more so that it's tight, and then I'm going to back off. I back off to 1/8 to 1/4 depending on what I'm doing. The reason why I can feel, see how that rotor is spinning a lot freer. Once again, a little bit tight, and then I back her off, and she spins a lot better. And that's all I want. I'm going to put my guard. Dog hair doesn't cost anything. I have dogs. Now this is clean grease on here, as you can see on here. Right, remember, no grease, except on the parts you want. I'm using a lot of paper towels today to keep my hands clean. Now we need the cotter pin. The last step in this process is to take these C-clamp. You're going to loosen your screw here on your brake disc caliper. You're going to depress the piston with the clamp. You're going to have to release the pressure off of this nut here, and then once you collapse the piston in the back here, so it's flush. So you can get the new shoes because they're going to be fatter. These are a little thicker because they're brand new. There's the outboard, and then there's the inboard. So that there, and that. There. You see that just sets in there. Sometimes on a Chevy you can stick them in the pads in there, but on this Dodge here, just set that inner pad. Get this to fit in place. Sometimes you got to be a little persuasive. So all we do now is put these retainer ends on, spring retainers, excuse me. Now the fun part is the tube it never sees. It's gotten messed up, that's why I keep it wrapped up. But I'll take a little bit on my finger and I'll put it on the threads on these bolts. Is to prevent these bolts from rusting metal to metal. So once I do that, I just put these and see, that's a floating caliper. It's hard to appreciate it. It actually floats inside there. It's the way it's designed. I'm running out of battery. Once I have those tight, I can do the other side. Same way you saw me break this down and put it back together is the same way the other side would be broke down and put back together, and tighten the bolts down. And that's it. And all I have to do is open my bleeder, let gravity feed it once the tire is in place, and then it'll set itself. So there you have the wheel completed, left and right side. So I hope this video was helpful for you to understand how to remove and install disc brake pads on the front end. This particular truck being a Dodge, it applies to Chevys, Fords, any other pickup truck specifically. You can apply it to any other vehicle generally. Also, I hope that showing you how to repack your hub so that your bearings have the grease it needs to lubricate the vehicle was helpful. Just leave a comment if you got something. Thanks for watching Arts All Over, eh?